What is up, breath of fresh air? Ignore the mess. I still have not cleaned my house since we had hardwood floors laid, so no judgies. I'm Patrick. I'm going to be your host for today. This is probably going to go a little longer than what I normally do, so we're going to jump right into this. NAACP, y'all are under the microscope. Let's get it. All right. So for some of y'all who don't don't know what the NAACP is, it is the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. This is an interesting topic to me, and I wanted to cover this because I wanted to give some of my point of views on what has happened here lately. So the NAACP has issued a letter to all of the athletes, professional athletes at that, or athletes that are coming into the professional realm of their profession. They have sent out a letter asking athletes to reconsider signing with professional teams. And this is in particular the state of Texas. And Charles, I'd like to hear your point of view on this after I'm done. But this is how it's kind of crazy. Okay, so let me start off with the organizations that is going to be affected by this. So we got the NFL, which is going to have the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. The MLB, that is going to have the Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros. The NHL, who has the Dallas Stars. The NBA with the Dallas Mavericks, the San Antonio Spurs, and the Houston Rockets. And then the WNBA with the Dallas Wings. That is 9 professional sports teams. That is a lot of money in the state of Texas. Not only money, but that's just a lot of ask for an organization to reconsider going to a professional team like these, and especially with the amount of money. And me and Charles went over this in a webcast not too long ago about the Dallas Cowboys being the number one biggest money franchise in all of sports at $5.7 billion. Now, I know I'm going on money right now, but that's a lot of ask. That's a lot of ask. But let's get into the meat of what they're asking is this. So it comes out after the new abortion laws that Texas has and the new voting laws that they have. And one I agree with, one I don't. I am a huge fan of the states, in particular, taking advantage of the new laws for voting. A lot of people will say, well, this is an attack on our constitutional right to vote however we want to. Look, we can sit here and play both sides of this sword all day long. The fact of the matter is that anytime you look at what's going on in history or in voting right now, it's these laws need to be put in place. These laws need to be put in place because in the past, these things haven't really played out as a major issue as they have because of COVID. COVID has pushed us into voting from the house and getting mail-in ballots. Well, all Texas is asking for is for you can do your mail-in ballot, but you got to show an ID and make sure that you only get one. That's the biggest thing is that I don't understand why people are mad because you have to follow the law. And the thing is, and this is the next thing, I don't understand why it's such a big deal when it's not against the minorities. It's really not. They're making the white people do it too. So I don't understand how it is racist or how it's an attack of our constitutional right to vote from home. You can just prove who you are, and you can. I mean, look, airlines do it all the time. The sporting events that you go to, they want to see an ID before you get in. It's not. I mean, even if you're young, If you look young and you want alcohol, you show an ID. This is nothing different than what we do every single day. Why are we having a problem with showing an ID to vote? That's it. I don't understand it. But here we are yet again. And then the other one is the one I don't agree with is the abortion law. And the abortion law pretty much in a nutshell states that if a woman is pregnant after 6 months, regardless of what the situation may be, and that includes rape, sexual assault, and sexual abuse or whatever, she has to keep the baby. I am a huge fan of my body, my rules. It's my body. I get to do what I want to. I cannot feel that way if I don't feel that way about women as well. I think women have a choice they should have that choice to make that decision. Now, I think it should be a first trimester kind of thing, and if it goes past the first trimester, you kind of made your decision. If you hadn't made a decision in 3 months, you made your decision. It's pretty simple as that. From the Baby Center, shout out to the Baby Center for this statistic, 3 to 4 weeks after conception, a baby does have a heartbeat. And you can also say, I think it's like 5 or 6 weeks after a menstrual cycle, you have a heartbeat on a baby. So it is technically, I guess, would be taking a life in a lot of senses. A lot of people will feel that it's not a human until it's been born. Given, and the whole thing can go on and on and on and on and on about who is right and who is wrong. My personal opinion, I feel the woman has the right to make her own decision on her body, and she should make a decision if she wants to keep it. Now, within a perspective, I would ask a woman to say, if you've been raped, sexually assaulted, or abused, all right, do what you need to do. If you are pregnant with a man, at least ask the guy. Maybe he doesn't want it. Maybe he does. Make a decision together, not just run off in the. But at the end of the day, even if it was me and my wife decided that she got pregnant and she come up to me and said, "Well, I'm pregnant," I'd say, "Yeah, let's keep it," but ultimately it's your decision because it's your body. So that's my personal spiel on that. With that being said, as we know, the NAACP has issued this letter asking people to reconsider. And the third part of that, let me go back a little bit. And the third part on that is wearing masks. And this is what people still are missing. Is a misconception to the thought of masks. In Florida, Tennessee, and Texas, it's not mandated. They're not mandating you wear a mask. And that's a lot of people's problem. This is the reason why I said earlier in the Shortie, it's a double-edged sword, and we can go back and forth on it all day long. Because now here we are talking about a constitutional right that we get to choose if we want to wear a mask or not. I choose not to. It's my choice. It's my body. And if I get sick, it's on me. The thing is that even though we're not mandating masks, we're not saying you can't wear it. We're saying that it is your constitutional right to wear a mask or not. I have no judgment on a person that wears a mask. If you want to wear a mask around me, by all means, wear a mask. I will not judge you. I don't have any problem with it. All I ask, don't judge me because I choose not to. That's all I ask. But back on the topic at hand, with this whole NAACP asking this, I would say this. Look, I think it's a bit far-fetched for professional athletes to say, I'm not going to play at Dallas. Look, I get it. Issue out the letter. I'm not a problem with you issuing out the letter, but people are not going to just not get paid. People are getting to a point where they're sick and tired of the COVID thing, and it's just not something that is being monitored as much as it used to be. I listen for things, but I don't even listen to it as much as I used to. To me, it's just a lot of propaganda, and that's just how I feel. Well, anyway, that's what I have to breathe on today. If you don't mind, smash that subscribe button, leave some comments and feedback. Let us know what we're doing good, bad, and ugly. It don't matter. I always love the comments. I always love the feedback, and I always respond to the comments. One day I'll get that right. One day I'll get that right. But I always, God, I messed it up again. I always love the comments. I always love the feedback, and I always respond to the comments. So leave that down at the bottom and give me your opinion on what this is about. It's all about conversation, and it's all about a platform to have and to speak your mind. And again, me and Charles do not judge. We won't judge. You speak your mind. We speak our mind. If we agree, we agree. If we don't, we agree to disagree, but we are still friends. So until next time, y'all have a great week.